Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is my review for The Acolyte, episode 4. So if you've been watching my reviews, you'll know that The Acolyte has been a show that's been, very contentious on social media, and I've commented on that. And I thought the first two episodes were pretty average. I said that in my first review. I thought episode 3 was it was surprising because it was a little bit better than the first two episodes, and I actually enjoyed the stuff that was happening and the explanations and sort of the lore explanations for the situation of the show, like with the witches and with that version of the Force. I actually thought that was quite cool, even though a lot of people had a lot of issues with that episode. I personally did not, but it was still middling in terms of an episode. Now episode 4 is, the show is getting better. It is. I gotta say, regardless of what they're saying on Twitter, I think the show is getting better. I think, especially the end of this episode, it shows real promise for the show, and most of this episode was like a lot of nothing, sort of a lot of just walking around and talking, right? Which is okay if we get an ending like that, which sets up something massive and exciting for next week, which I'm quite excited about now. Like, we're starting to get, more into this mystery. We're starting to get more in depth with it, like there is a bigger plan here. It's not just about May and Osha. There is this, figure, this Sith, who there's some theories as to who it is, which I'll talk about, but I think the Sith character is really cool and very menacing. I'm just going to skip right to it now. When that shot at the end, spoiler alert by the way, that shot at the end with Osha standing there, and then you see the Sith floating behind her, and the little musical sting that happens, I think is like amazing. I think it sounds really cool. I think it looks so ominous. Like, I actually gasped when I saw that. I was like, oh my god, that's like actually creepy, and the show has been middling in terms of its impact for me so far, but that shot, I was like, wow, that's actually really cool. But yeah, and what followed as well was amazing, with all the Jedis ripping out their lightsabers and all the different colors igniting, and the Sith just fucking blasting them away. Like, that shows how powerful he is. I think that's really cool. But yeah, so it shows massive promise for next week, but we'll see what happens with next week. Again, it could be terrible, it could be very mid, it could be great, we never know. Regardless of what they're saying on Twitter, I'm not going to judge an episode before I've seen it, but I can judge this episode because I have seen these episodes, and so I'm going to talk about them in ways that I feel about them, not in what Twitter's telling me to feel about them. Oh, this is bad, woke with the woke agenda, like whatever, shut up. It's just so stupid. But yeah, so this episode, I thought, just because of the end, really, it was better, and it shows promise. But, however, a lot of the episode itself, I felt was sort of just, again, more middling, more mid type of stuff. It wasn't bad necessarily, but it wasn't really good either. It was just, we got some more stuff with May and Osha and their relationship, and how May is very clearly not that is more faithful to Osha than she is to, the Sith leader. How she pretty much toward the end of the episode like abandons him and is like, fuck this, I'm loyal to my sister, not him. I think the fear of him is actually being pretty well established, where they're all like, no, you can't, like, he collects people, he will kill you if you don't keep your promise. But she doesn't seem too scared, so I'm apprehensive as to what they're doing with him. Is he someone to be feared? I mean, clearly he is, but I don't know. May doesn't seem to be that scared of him, but her friend, played by Manny Jacinto, I can't remember the character's name, does seem to be fearful of him, and there's actually a theory that he is the Sith. I don't know, we'll get into that. But yeah, one moment also that was really cool in this episode was when May gets into Kelnarka's base, house, and sees him dead on the chair, freshly sliced. I thought that was cool, and also a really cool twist as well, because I wasn't expecting it, and so when it happened, it was like, holy shit, and the fear in her eyes with he's here, that's actually creepy, and I think they did that really well. And so I'm very excited again to see more of this Sith character. He's, I'm gonna be honest, he's the most interesting thing about the show. He's the coolest thing about the show. The stuff with May and Osha is, it has promise, but and we'll see. We will see. I'm not really into the other Jedis as well. I don't think they're very good. I don't think Cord or Jecki are very interesting characters. I think Soul is probably a really interesting character. Probably the best Jedi that we've seen on the show. I think Soul, played by Lee Jong Jae, is actually really good. He's, for his first English speaking role, he's actually doing a really good job, and I thought he did really good this episode. What a great actor, really. But yeah, he's by far my favorite Jedi that have been shown so far. And so I think he is definitely a strong point of the show. I think the Sith is the best part of the show. But again, there are some points where it is a little bit mid, most of the episode was a little bit mid, to be honest, where it's just a lot of walking around and looking and talking and saying obvious things like, oh, you know, he's gonna track her, and oh, is that like, I need you to kill her if you know, I come face to face with her because I can't. I don't know. It's just not hitting, right? It's not hitting the way I feel like it should, and so that's a little bit disappointing. But look, the show shows promise. I think it, you know, there are criticisms that are being made about the show that I agree with, but as a whole, I think the show isn't as bad as everyone's making it out to be. But look, it had a very promising debut. It had like, I think 11 million households, or not 11 million households, but 11 million people watched the premiere, which is pretty crazy. I think that's like, Ahsoka had like 15 million views for the first episode, and so compared to Ahsoka, it's actually not doing too bad. But yeah, so look, we will see. But let's get into the theories about who the Sith is. So the first one that I'm seeing a lot of people say is that he is Manny Jacinto's character, which I'll be very fucking disappointed if it is him, because like, how boring, you know? It's not a massive twist. It's like, oh, it's a friend, you know? And also, what I don't understand, I don't see the point of the Sith being in that, you know, like doing the double thing, whereas like, oh, I'll be a friend and then also be this terrifying Sith character. I don't know. Also, I think it will make the Sith less scary because you're seeing this character sort of act like a bumbling idiot in some points. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But also, the second theory is that it is Mother Coral, the girl's other mother, who wasn't played by Jodie Turner-Smith. I forgot her name, but she was from Daphne with the horns and stuff. Looked like Darth Maul. That's the second theory, is that it's her. I think it's more believable. I'll also be disappointed. I kind of want it to be someone we haven't seen before. And I want it to be someone who is actually like very menacing, like, and like gives you that oh my god feeling, you know, not like Mother Coral or not Manny Jacinto's character. I don't know. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. That's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.